Hi, Aries rising sign. Here is your weekly forecast starting on the 24th of March until the 31st of March. I think this week is a significant turning point for you where there is this internal intensity, but it meets this long-term structure goal in your life. With the Sun, Saturn, and Neptune all transiting now your first house, the focus is entirely on you, on that new version of you that is about to be emerging. But let's just have a look at what exactly happens. Firstly, we have got the Sun Saturn conjunction this week, and you might feel this heavy weight of responsibility, or it's kind of like having to grow up as well. You have to be the adult in the room. This isn't about others imposing rules on you, it's about you imposing rules on yourself. So if you have been letting your schedule slide, for example, then today is the day to kind of rein it in or auditing your morning routine. Are you leading yourself or are you just reacting to the day? Are you a bit more organized or just rushing forward? This is asking you to be disciplined. This is wanting you to re-emerge potentially from a career point of view as well, because the Saturn is the ruler of your career. This is about rebranding yourself. Now, last week you had the Sun and Neptune conjunction, and maybe you were a little bit uncertain about what way to go, or what path you would like to be on, or who you are. Now, Saturn and Sun is definitely wanting you to define all these doubts, and it wants you to start working potentially on a self-healing as well. Now, that very Saturn is actually in sextile to Pluto in your 11th house. And this is telling me that there is a personal growth here. And the growth is going to be coming from aligning with the right goal, but it's very linked to your network. Maybe an opportunity may arise through a community, for example, or a group of peers that allows you to formalize who you want to be. Actually, they are encouraging you, they are supporting you. This is the builder's aspect, by the way. So if you need to sign a contract with a collaborator or launch a project to your audience, this aspect can help you with that. This is about putting work in to make your long-term goals flourish. But this is not a quick win. And this is sometimes the problem with Aries rising sign. They want everything right now. This is a legacy for the next 4 or 5 years that you are about to be building. We have got Venus Chiron conjunction also happening in your first house. And we have got the Mars Pallas Athene conjunction happening in your 12th house. And you can get you can feel extra sensitive to how others perceive you. There is also this behind the scenes strategy brewing. This is telling you not to fire your way through obstacles right now. Since your ruler, Mars, is in the 12th house, your power lies like in stealth and strategy. And if you're facing a roadblock, don't kick the door down. Look for kind of a cracked window. Work in silence for a few days, and the reveal is going to come to you, and it will be more powerful later on. I think Sappho entering your fourth house, and we have got quite a lot of other planetary bodies there as well, which we started talking about last week. But as a fire sign, you usually focused on the out there. And this is the challenge here. The fourth house is actually asking you to put some of these activities behind and then focus a little bit inwards. I think what it really wants to tell you is that your external success highly depends on your internal peace. And maybe this is just wants you to take an hour to make your living space feel like a sanctuary. Maybe you want to be organizing your desk, or you want to be lighting a candle, or it's about grounding yourself a little bit. Because we all need the fuel. With a very heavy first house, we need the fuel. We need good food. We need maybe some encouraging words from our loved ones to be able to get going. Um, on top of that, we also have got the Vesta and North Node conjunction happening this week as well, which is a sacred mission. And your sacred mission lies of having to conquer some of these potentially difficult inner ghosts, invisible ghosts, basically. What are you afraid of? Are you afraid of the change? Because obviously, Saturn and the Sun potentially might want you to be somehow super brave as well. We're gonna have to be potentially working through our addictive tendencies as well, the self-sabotaging behaviors. And that's the Western North Node conjunction there. I think if you, Saturn and Pluto can give you a lot of success basically, starting from now on, but it comes with visibility. This is telling you that you cannot hide anymore. And maybe with that Western North Node conjunction is asking you to look at why you have been hiding. While Mars and Pallas Athene says it's no time just to kind of get out there yet. We're going to have to be doing a bit more planning. I think it also tells you that your intention needs to be pure with Vesta and North Node. You're going to have to look into the mirror and see whether the path you want to be on is actually the real reflection of the self. And also, I believe Saturn wants you to figure out whether you rely on too much on others or actually you believe in yourself. Or it wants you to look at whether you have got the right work ethic. Or do you do something for the sake of winning, or or you do that because you're very certain about your own capabilities? I mean, if you want to start something around sport or business and stuff like that, this is actually a brilliant time to do that. Or if you have been scared, and this is actually inviting you to be brave and bold, and it wants you to take something new on because Pluto is about upgrade. So maybe since 2020, you have been doing the same job, for example. So what if I upgraded something? What if I tested, like, I'm gonna go for something new? With Sun and Saturn, remember that Sun rules your fifth house. So this could dampen your vitality a little bit. It can lower your sex drive as well, slightly bit. Or you might even notice that your stamina is a lot better. There could be some self-doubts happening too. Because with the Sun ruling the fifth house, the house of confidence, Saturn can actually bring that down slightly bit. Um, Sometimes the feelings with the 12th house could be that, what, this is impossible. I just want to give up on it. Why does it work out for others and it doesn't work out for me? It can make you very moody. So there's a bit of a conflict between the 12th house and the first house. The 12th house really wants you to be a bit withdrawn, while the first house wants you to be putting yourself out there. You can get very defensive this week as well, especially if people are trying to take the mick out of you. They are trying to emotionally manipulate you. They are trying to control you. So maybe this 12 and first house wants you to kind of draw the line there too. So Aries, I highly recommend listening to the general forecast because you always can get a lot more out of it, of course. And I'm giving you the sensitive degrees there so that you know what to look out for, especially in your natal chart. Because the single most important aspect of the week is always the one that triggers your natal chart. So good luck, and I will see you next week. Take care. Bye bye.